Check this out. Here is my time-tested, slam-dunk way of knowing which gear items I like the best. You might be the same way. Now granted, in the Nutnfancy project, it's a little different. There's a constant influx and outflux of gear, tons of testing, research, hopefully culminating in a tabletop review of select gear items. But when that process is all said and done, the smoke is cleared, I've kept my favorite gear items. They become cast members to be seen frequently in all types of tabletop reviews here. Here's my time-tested way of knowing which ones of those are my favorites. And there's lots of favorites. When we get down to it, there can only be a few. Day by day, month by month, year by year, which ones in all types of systems do you carry the most? That's how you know. Whether you're talking about knives, guns, flashlights, or multi-tools. So if we use that standard of measure, day by day, month by month, year by year, which brand do you carry the most, Nutnfancy? It is Leatherman. Proven many, many times here in camera, no notice gear checks, I will always have a Leatherman multi-tool on my person. It is my favorite brand. For the reasons I discussed in my other MT reviews, SAWC, quality, all this stuff we're going to hit again. Love Leatherman. I'm never found without it. You guys, however, are frequently found without multi-tools, so get with it. There's tons to be had. The Leatherman Juice remains my all-time favorite day-by-day EDC multi-tool. I have not, however, carried this one in a daily carry system. No. Yup. Time for the MUT review. As requested by at least 2 TMPers in the project. This one is model number 850012. You probably won't see me carrying this one in an EDC system. You guessed it, it's because it's a little bit chunky. Let's just get that out of the way. Category, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my multi-tool continuum video posted way back in 2009, is HDMT, and it weighs a portly 11 ounces alone, and then if you throw in the sheath and the included wrench, 14 ounces. That's why. It won't fit in the Batman equipment belt. Maybe for you it will. If I gear check you and you have a Leatherman MUT, I will be impressed. I just don't think it's going to happen very frequently, if at all. Let's be honest. It's just a big multi-tool. It's not really designed for that. We'll get to the heart of what it's designed for. But first, I'm going to ask a question, because this is where I think the philosophy of use discussion really launches off. Is this the coolest heavy-duty multi-tool ever made so far? I'll give you a good look at it before you answer. Guys who own it are probably yelling at the screen, "Yeah, dude, I love my MUT. It's awesome." And I might surprise you to agree with them in second kind of cool. Follow? If you are all about second kind of cool, just the pride of ownership, looking at it, the amazing engineering that went into this HDMT, then the answer is probably yes. It might be the most impressive one to date. Doesn't mean it's the most capable. That's first kind of cool, and every user's different. The tool sets they need, the things they want out of it, I've said that a bazillion times. But if you're just looking for pride of ownership, if you're just looking to make your husband break down and cry because you gave him something he will cherish for the rest of his life, this is a good option. It's a good option. We're talking second kind of cool. For first kind of cool capabilities, the answer is a big maybe from me. There's lots of great multi-tools. Leatherman makes some other ones. We'll look at a few in competitive options. Victorinox does as well. Gerber does as well. So does SOG. They're all great options. This one, however, if you put it against those other options in first kind of cool, you kind of got to dig deeper in POU and say, what are you intending to use the tool for? Now, I told you to get to the heart of this. It's designed as an armorer's tool, specifically M4, AR-15, M16 weapons platform, from what I know. Now, would you truck with this thing strapped to your molly gear, Nutnfancy? Come on now, you know the answer to that. Any TMPer who's watched my videos over the years know the answer is no, I would not. I'm not strong enough. I don't have the endurance to carry a 14-ounce multi-tool that perhaps, just perhaps, I may use its specialized functions. To me, that's just not wisdom. You may differ. Some dudes do. And if you are perhaps a military member whose job is to fix guns, maybe service guns regularly, or let's get even a broader audience, perhaps you're a range master and you're not hiking over, the mountains of Afghanistan, but you're at the range. This would be a great option. Because if you're at the range not doing a 20-mile hike, heck, carry it on your belt, dude. You probably will use it a lot. We're going to look specifically at those range functions, the gun functions that it has. But as a broad spectrum, let's say it, HDMT, and let's bring a competitive option in here. I think perhaps the tool set will be somewhat limited. Here comes the SuperTool 300, another outstanding Leatherman option. This one, by the way, in case you're wondering, is 12 ounces alone. So it's actually heavier than this one. However, it has a lot of stuff in there. Go watch my review on it. I won't cover it here. This might be perhaps a more complete tool and for kind of cool for a lot of users. It won't be as cool looking though. Know what I'm saying? Hey, but I don't care about that. Well, it's really for the MUT, you have to determine what's most important to you. First kind of cool or second kind of cool. I think I'm making that clear. Philosophy of use, though, for HDMT, look at the tool set, which I guess we'll go into now. First up, there's your clip, and it is a doozy. Clip it to your molly gear, to your web belt. Works great. And then you have this amazing feature for any multi-tool. I think Leatherman, in case I missed some, I might have, is the first to include it, and that is a freaking hammer. That's pretty cool. And then you have a cutter hook on this side. I didn't test it, but you might be able to use that as a clamshell opener. Maybe a way to strip wire as well. But a hammer? That is something I've used in gun testing many times in TMP for a variety of reasons. Usually it's knocking sights into place, tapping them, among other things. Yeah, it happens. That is a cool feature though. Love it. Then you have a clip, kind of a carabiner function there to clip it on. That's not something I ever used. Cap lifters under here. Most caps you can screw off now though. They're threaded, right? On the exterior of the MUT, you have the very cool TiNi coated carbon scraper. This is designed to supposedly scrape carbon from the inside of an AR-15 bolt, a DI gun, or wherever else you have it. As an armor, I guess you'd use that. Do I use it frequently with the AR-15s I shoot? To be honest, no. I don't. I don't break the guns down to that point. I just don't put enough rounds through them. If you're doing thousands and thousands of rounds through a DI gun, like a course, an instructional course, a tactical shooting course, yeah, you would use it much more frequently. And yeah, DI guns get dirty inside. They will work just great as long as you keep them clean. The carbon scraper's job is to get inside that bolt and to clean. It is chiseled, and I think it actually can perform a variety of tasks. Puncturing stuff, perforating leather, digging stuff out. That is a very functional tool. It's like a SuperAll, AWL, SuperAll. The MUT has it. And then we get to this. This is very cool. The firearm disassembly tool. It's threaded, and you can actually unscrew it here, obviously. I'm so sweaty, I can hardly do it. And you can screw another like gun rod on there for cleaning if you wanted to. That's its purpose as well. But this is basically a disassembly punch, like a Glock tool. This is very useful in firearm stuff and in non-firearm stuff. Very cool. And if it breaks, it's replaceable. That's a cool feature. But with such a focus like the MUT has towards firearm stuff, there's going to be some tools, as you can see, that are going to be left out. And guys who've watched my MT reviews already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say yep, they know where I'm going. Here's your saw, by the way. Hey, do you need a saw in your multi-tool? Like I've said. I don't know if you need it, but I sure like it. I've used it a lot. Now, for a multi-tool with this focus, a firearms focus that's this heavy, you're never going to see me, at least, backpacking with it. However, if you're in a vehicle-based system, motorcycle, four-wheeler, four-wheel drive, Humvee, MRAP, whatever, yeah, I could see it. And there's times when that saw would come in handy. And in my experience, Leatherman saws are excellent. How about the main blade? Here we go. I'm not doing a great job of demoing its accessibility, but it's one-handed. Sheep's foot blade, combo blade, H20HC is the steel. It's okay. We've seen in buck knives serve very well. Let's see how the grind is on this one. Decent. Usually these multi-tools from Leatherman will be a little bit asymmetric in grind. You can take care of that yourself if you want to. You don't have a lot of flats to work with if you're going to use a consistent angle sharpener. Here's your locking mechanism for all the external tools, by the way. And you can see also it does have an open architecture. They are security Torx, but if and when you would want to get into your MUT, you could. I don't know why you would, though. I wouldn't coat it. You know, if we're talking second kind of cool, it's got it going on. The gold, the black, it's really a good looking multi-tool. I wouldn't touch it. And then you have the polymer inset here, FDE. Excellent. So those are your external tools. And what I was getting at, I guess I didn't show you that. That's your rod adapter. 8/32 inch, so it'll take standard cleaning rods. Cool. That's a nice feature. Hey, Nutton, did you use that? Nah, I didn't. Sorry. And then here's your lock, by the way. I didn't show you that either, if you want to lock the tool together. I usually don't deploy it at all. Open the tool up. Here's your pliers. They're not quick deploying pliers, but they are excellent, very super toolish looking, and the highest quality that Leatherman knows how to make currently. Inside you will see the 154 cm replaceable cutters. I love it when they do that. If you ding them up, I don't know, cutting chain link fence or something, can replace them. I think more MT manufacturers are doing this, but I think, I could be wrong, but I think Leatherman was the very first to do that. There's your stranded wire cutter. There's your crimper right here. Cool features. Hey, what are those things we're missing on this tool? Oh yeah, you already know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't. How about scissors? I don't need no scissors on a combat-oriented multi-tool, nothing. I know. I might. I think guys, even soldiers use, this is your bit by the way, I'll get to that. Even soldiers use common features like the scissors, maybe a file, which this also doesn't have. Unless I missed it, I don't think I did. Much more frequently than perhaps some esoteric ones. Here's your two-dimensional. I gave that name to these bits many years ago. They're not like fully fleshed out ones, but they're two-dimensional bits. Luckily, they're long shank ones. These ones that are stowed on the side. And again, look at the engineering. How they're inset into that handle. And then this is your retention device. You saw me pushing it just a second ago. So you push it like that. So you can deploy those and make sure I do it right. Just pop it out and there it comes. And here's your bit holder. Nice big flat bladed two-dimensional Phillips on this one. Your bit holders here, nice and snug. And with that longer shank you actually have some reach, which is very important. A lot of the multi-tools I reviewed, both MDMTs, HDMTs, specifically from Gerber, the Flick model, have very short shank. You just don't have any reach. It's not that helpful. God, my hands are slick with sweat. Can't even pull it out. I'm going to have to use another multi-tool to pull this bit out. Oh, Victorinox coming in the picture. Ah, dude. Ow. I just freaking cut myself. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is no joke. These two pliers just went together. Victorinox bite me. God, that bit's hard to get out of there. And now I'm bleeding. I'm going to leave that in because it's funny. Oh my gosh. So there's your bit. On this side is, it's a mini Torx. I think a Torx number 8. Right here. And then a hex wrench right there. I'm just going to leave these out so I can stave off the blood. I have that one open because I'm prepping it for another multi-tool review I'm going to try to do tonight. I didn't want to have to waste time on camera. I don't know what bit me. Jeez. I bet you it was that blade right there. Whatever. Whatever. Show goes on, dude. That's about it on the tool review. Oh yeah. You have another Stubby Driver right here. Two-dimensional. Has a cool pictogram right there. That's what I call those. Showing you where it goes. That's it. So no file, no scissors. Oh, there is this. the included wrench. It's a 3/8 inch wrench, and then this is very useful for AR-15s at least, a front sight adjustment tool. I might go for an A1 as well. I didn't really test that. Accessibility overall is pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, it's not a fast deploying plier head. These are not super fast deploying. They are, however, one-handed. Toughness and strength pretty much goes without question, but I guarantee you there's someone out there who has busted their MUT. Someone. I still think all these Leathermans come with a 25-year warranty, so I think they'll hook you up. Here's a carry case, and it is excellent. The best multi-tool carry cases around are right here by Leatherman. You're looking at it. Molly compatible. That's right, I'm stopping the blood. Look at that. Jeez. I'm totally leaving that in, too. It's hilarious. Alright, you want to see it? That's what I did right there. Whatever, dude. And then it has an interior pocket right here. That's for this, the wrench. You could get some bit sets and throw those on the interior, the most interior pocket there, if you wanted more bit sets. Quality, amazing. Looks amazing. Value's pretty good too for what you get. It's not the cheapest multi-tool around, and for that same money, you can buy a lot of great ones. Ones I've covered here in TMP. Go again into my playlist, you'll see them. They're there. But just by way of reference, why don't we discuss, well heck, I already shown it to you. I had it open so I wouldn't have to spend time doing it on camera. Victorinox SwissTool, drawing blood here in TMP. Well done, Victorinox. This is a black oxide coated one. Very cool, very capable. It also lacks scissors, you guessed it. It does not, however, lack a file. It's right here. I didn't really have that deployed yet. Do I use a file that much? I wouldn't say much, but I like having the option. Long shank Phillips, several flat bladed drivers, the best can opener in the industry right there, the Victorinox. As you can see, it's going to be a more complete tool set than this. So like I say, you kind of got to determine, what's most important to you. Which tool sets. And then of course the Leatherman Wave, also in black right here. Here's one in package. Oh, this is kind of nice. This one won't cut me because it's in the package. Hey, they got scissors in it. That's cool. And it is a very functional can opener. And there's a stubby bit driver in the Charge and Wave series, for that matter. I love the blackened ones. Couple options. Most will be less expensive than this one. The Victorinox SwissTool, honestly, is some of the best value out there. That's the way it's been. But is it the coolest heavy-duty multi-tool out there? In terms of looks so far, I would have to say probably. It's pretty cool looking. It is a feat of engineering. In terms of practicality, what you'll be using it for, the answer could still be yes. It just depends. If you're a range master, someone who really needs those functions, I say go for it. But consider this, and this is just a realistic point. If you're at the range, wouldn't you have your toolkit with you? Just saying. I mean, I do. Like, if I go out in the desert testing guns, I have my toolkit with me. So I have punches, I have a full wrench set, I have a full driver set, all sorts and descriptions. I don't really need this because I'm only, I don't know, what, 60 feet away? Unless I've gone hiking. To me, a man-portable system or a vehicle-borne system where you need those functions, that's where the MUT comes into play. It is awesome. But determine what's most important to you. I love the MUT. That's my review. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go put a Band-Aid on.